you have the bell set up for my videos.
I care. I'm a good friend.
How was it?
Oh yeah, I liked it. I don't really get a lot of the technical terms, but I dig it.
How was the, because I tried implementing, so, like, I don't know if you remember my other videos where it was just like, hey, listen while I show the actual parts, while I awkwardly stare and wait for it to be over. So I was like, hold up, let me try to actually...
More explanation?
No, that, and it was like, instead of just showing me, like just wait awkwardly, so I literally just learned how to blur the screen, and then I just put an overlay of the image, because, like, I don't have visual, like, I don't have my screen recording software yet, and I'm not going to get that until I get a new laptop.
Gotcha. When do you plan on doing that?
Whenever there's a sale. And I was just like, yeah.
We're recording right now, aren't we?
Yeah. Hey, you got a genuine moment of me feeling appreciative that you set the fucking bell notifications. What you should do too if you want more notifications about the podcast and other videos. Sorry.
That made the blue thingy go boop.
Yeah, that's because it means I got louder.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just find watching that thing so entertaining.
Yeah, well, it's also like a pain because like I technically have to listen to this twice because like I put the software overdub, meaning that I hear us speaking live, and then I have to go back and edit it just in case like if it's like too low or if I want to put effects to make it like you know pop out or whatever. Yeah. So like especially the last episode we recorded, it was mostly just fucking blocks of sound.
Yeah, we got loud.
Yeah. But how you been, Pat?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm pretty alright. Nothing's really major happened lately, unless I'm forgetting something, which I'll probably remember over the course. But you know, canceled the fire shoot.
What happened?
No, just like basically it started whittling down.
Oh, like less and less people.
Yeah. Because like I really only did because after the first fire shoot, certain people who couldn't come, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, I'll do another one. I'll set it up like late June. I'm not really doing anything late June. That turns out I am. But
because you're always up to something.
I'm always up to something, pretty much. And so I hit up a bunch of people. Hey, I'm gonna do that fire shoot late June. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And then I hit the one. Basically I learned like beforehand before I actually go to the photographer, my usual photographer with the number of people. Yeah. To ask them hey, are you still down for this shoot?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to make sure, because beforehand I'd just be like, I'd ask them the one time, then I'd give the photographer the number of people, then I'd go back and there'd be a bunch of cancellations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it ended up...
Like the past few ones?
Yeah, so it ended up screwing me because I'd have to end up paying more. Because, I'd split it up and sell people the amount, but then it's like, oh, no, it's going up. Yeah. Anyway, so this time around, beginning of June, I asked, hey, are you still down for the fire shoot? A lot of people were like, oh, I can't really do it now, blah, blah, blah. I have a recital, some of my niece's dance recital that weekend, blah, blah, blah.
They have personal things.
Yeah, they have personal things, blah, blah, blah. So basically, when I got around to asking you, because I asked the photographer afterwards, and it turns out he had something to do like that weekend. He's like, it was like actually like the one weekend he wasn't available this month. But so that's when I got around to asking you. There may have been about like 5 people down. And one of them was my usual. I'm not going to drop a name. Yeah. One of them was he does like a lot of free photo shoots in the city. Like he likes taking shots and whatnot. He wants to put together his own little cosplay magazine. Yeah. In my opinion, he's not the. He's cool to hang out with. He's pretty out there. He's kind of fun, but I don't think he's like really the sharpest knife in the drawer. Always, because basically I hit him up. Actually, only hit him up like maybe 2 weeks ago. I asked him, hey, do you want to bring your Ninetales cosplay to, because there's a really dope Ninetales cosplay. Do you want to bring your Ninetales? I'm doing another fire shoot. If you want, you can bring your Ninetales cosplay to this one.
Sounds complicated, but yeah.
It is actually pretty armored. Like, I'll show you a picture later. But it's pretty, like, armored cosplay with, like, big tails and shit and, like, a glowing Pokeball in the center of the chest.
Shit. Yeah.
But, yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm down. So I asked him, earlier, like, last week, like, late last week, I'm like, hey, by the way, this is going to be the amount for photography. You still down? And he's like, oh, actually, I have CradleCon that week.
CradleCon?
CradleCon. It's a con in Long Island. So I'm like, oh. So you didn't know you had this, like, about, like, a week before when I asked you? Yeah. So it was like, oh, okay, fine, whatever. And then from there, like, those I still had the Todoroki. There's one Todoroki cosplayer. She was like really excited about coming, and so.
Was it one of the people I sent you?
No.
Okay.
No. So I kind of expected her to be the one mainstay throughout it, and as it started going down, I think it was just going to be eventually it's just going to be me, Ninetales, Todoroki, and this one person who I asked about being Pyro, who didn't exactly seem very enthusiastic, but like she was down.
Pyro from
Team Fortress 2.
Oh, okay.
And so she just didn't seem very enthusiastic, but she was down. So I was like, okay, whatever. Then out of nowhere, like 2 days ago, a Todoroki cosplayer hit me. Hey, by the way, sorry I can't really make it because my husband and I we were looking at budgeting stuff and whatnot, and we basically we have to cut certain things down, and this is one of them. So it's like, okay, fine.
He told me to stop cosplaying.
No, I'm sure it wasn't anything. I'm sure it wasn't anything like that. But
I would hope not.
But no. So it's like, okay, no, fine, understand.
Yeah.
And so basically, it was just gonna be me and the Pyro cosplayer. So I'm like, yo, do I really want to do this at this point? Mm-hmm. So I just told her, I hit up the Pyro cosplayer like earlier this morning. I was like, hey, gotta cancel the shoot because it's like literally only us now. Yeah. So thanks, blah blah blah. She's like, she just 2 words, it's fine. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay, yeah. But I still want to shoot you this Saturday if you can.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it gonna be like a more local thing? I guess?
More local, definitely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely basically, like. Because, like, my whole thing was, like, usually, even when I plan events, like, after I open, I usually want to go home and, like, sleep and shit.
Yeah.
But even if it's, like, for example, if I want to hang out with someone, I'll still go. I'm just going to be super fucking sleepy and maybe groggy. Gotcha. but, if it's, like, a photo shoot, I don't mind. Like, okay. I feel like if anything, we can, like, do the shoot and then just go out, fucking eat or whatever. Yeah, word. Because I'm going to be hungry.
I'm actually trying not to eat now, like, not to eat out nowadays. Because, basically, my favorite book series, my second favorite book series.
Oh, so you're saving up money, essentially.
Basically.
Oh, was like,
because like... No. My second favorite book series, it came out with a sequel series last year, and I haven't been able to buy the book.
What, the sex comics one, or...?
No, what, sex comics?
Or the one that you're super into right now?
No, my book series, not a comic series.
Oh, okay.
Comic series, I pirate online, and I'm a terrible person. Book series, the Skullduggery Pleasant series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came out with...
Dude, you were super into that in high school.
It came out with book 10 last year, and I just haven't had, like, the space, like, the financial space to pick it up. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I'm like, all right, I got a little space right now. Then it's like, oh, book 2 book 2 in the sequel series also recently came out. So I was like, oh, fuck. So now, and they're both, like, $16 each. So I'm like, oh, fuck.
16 or 60?
16.
Oh, okay.
And then also, the Dresden Files recently came out with another short story collection. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, which is also $16. So I'm like, I want all 3 of these.
Yeah, you're like,
I need money. And plus, like, Cosmo trying to do Baron Samedi from Smite. He just came out.
Yeah, I saw you post about that on Instagram.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do that next month.
I don't know who that is or what the character looks like, but I think Pat might hit me up for it anyway.
I'm trying to do it at this Blurred City Con in whatchamacallit in Brooklyn or some shit.
Oh, that's cool.
But I mean, if I don't get good shots, I might hit you up anyway.
I feel bad when you don't get, like, when you were talking about the Black Lagoon shoot, and you're like, hey, I don't have good shots. Like, I even asked you, I was like, you want to do it just in the con? Like, I thought you wanted to go outside, like what we did with the Hanzo one. But you're like, no, in here's fine. Yeah. And I was like,
no, in there was fine. In there was fine. The Black Lagoon shoot was just, I was high.
Yeah.
I was fucking high. And also, he also didn't get any solo shots. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, let me get some solo shots. Let me get some duo shots with me and Revy.
It just, I don't know. It just looked weird because, like, they're all from the same show.
Yeah.
It just, like, because I haven't watched Black Lagoon.
Okay.
So looking at everything out of context, it was really funny to me. It's like, okay, so you're like a big black guy with a gun, and I guess you have a cigarette maybe because you're the cool, edgy dude.
No, yeah. Okay, continue.
Yeah, and then there's the cowardly dude who, like every shot was him just cowering.
Yeah.
Then there's a maid. Like, I'm not sure. Is this like an alternative costume?
Alright, so basically it's this anime. It's set in the 90s, and it's basically this Japanese businessman. He's on a ship for some reason doing business things or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Ship gets attacked by modern pirates or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're called the Lagoon Crew, and they basically run smuggling and thievery.
So they're literally pirates.
They're basically mercenaries.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically mercenaries. You pay them to smuggle shit. You pay them to steal shit from somewhere.
Yeah.
And he ends up getting taken hostage on their ship And he ends up developing a relationship with them and ends up becoming a member of their crew.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's the business. That's the guy who's into shirt and tie.
Okay.
The character's name is Rock.
Okay.
And basically, like he can't really fight. He can't really fight for shit. But he's really good at negotiating. Like out of nowhere, he have like moments where he's like hard as shit. Where like like usually he's like, but then like I don't know, he'd be like a hardline negotiator, like coming out of nowhere, like okay, damn, all right. The guy who I was cosplaying, he's like he's the captain of the ship. He's like he runs shit.
Okay.
Actually wanted to ask you about doing one, but like you don't usually cosplay.
You wanted me to be the blonde guy.
Yeah, he's like the computer guy, as much as you can be a computer guy in the fucking 90s.
I hacked into the mainframe.
That's every fucking thing.
And the red hair chick, she's like the most popular character in the show. But
yeah, for some reason, like I think it's because like she had red hair and she was basically like, I don't want to say like almost nude or whatever, but she was like, I think showing a lot of skin. That reminded me of that. I forget her name, but she's from Gurren Lagann. Like one of the biggest characters there.
Oh, with the red hair,
yeah.
Black bra type thing,
yeah,
big gun. It's funny because the chick who we're talking about also cosplayed that character.
I kind of thought she did.
but yeah, Revi's like the muscle of the group. She, yeah. I mean, my guy's also the muscle of the group, but she's like the main muscle. She's like the most badass. They call her Two Hands because she,
because she dual wields guns.
Yeah.
Cool. Speaking of cosplay, I wanted to talk about that article that you sent me this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was funny because, like, I woke up and that was one of the first things I saw, and I was just like, oh, shit. So I skimmed through, like, the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Wait, I'm sorry. The maid, basically, I forget, like, I watched this about a year or two ago, and basically the maid at one point was, like, a mercenary who was hired to take them out, and she's like, oh, no, they had a kid. They were hired to smuggle a kid into this country, into somewhere. Basically, they operate out of this city called Ranipur. It's like in Thailand or something. It's like super filled with crime.
Okay.
They had to smuggle him into the city, and she was apparently the kid's bodyguard.
What the fuck?
And she was like basically badass as shit. And managed to take on like the whole crew. Like she was basically equal match for Revi, Two Hands. Yeah, that's who the maid chick was.
What the fuck? I mean,
her name is Roberta. She's Spanish.
Yeah. Because like I've heard about Black Lagoon and like I heard it's a really good show and I wanted to watch it. The only thing I know about the show, aside from like that whole character shot that like showed all the characters, including the one you wanted me to cosplay as, was a clip that it was like Hank Hill as a villain, because apparently Mike Judge voiced someone.
Oh, okay.
In the show, like I don't know if he was like a terrorist or something, but he had a gun. He's like, I'm gonna shoot you. And I just
alright, was it like the guy was explaining how badass his gun was?
I think.
And then like he gets like his ass beat.
Yeah.
That's so it's one of the iconic moments of the show.
Yeah. Like it just reminds me of like that other meme that has like Yu Yu Hakusho, and it's Hank Hill as I forget the guy's name, but with the guy with the fire sword, and he's like, "Damn it, you're a Mishi, I'm gonna kick your ass."
But it's funny because the red hair chick Revi, she's like the main source of curse words in the show. Like, mind you, all the characters curse, but she's like every other says, "You fucking cocksucker, piece of shit!" like, "You pansy cocksucker, fuck you!" Like, oh damn, Revi.
Well, that'll be something I watch like after next week, because that's when I finish my summer classes.
Okay, cool. Glad you don't have to do that all summer shit.
Yeah. What's it called? I wanted to get into that article because I skimmed through it. Like, so all I know in the beginning is that, so this is an article by, should I say his name?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
By DJ Ranma on his website, which I guess is a blog or whatever.
I mean, yeah, it's a blog. It's his blog. You might not say his name, yeah.
And he was basically apparently banned from Anime Next because he asked a girl to take a picture of her, but she said, no, I don't want my picture taken. So he said, all right, it's fine.
And then later on, he basically got cornered by like several security guards.
And was asked to leave. And
because, but like all four of her friends, like, no, he harassed her for pictures, blah, 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 blah. And apparently he's like, all four of her friends weren't there when he asked her for a picture. Like, it was only like her and one other friend, I think he said. Yeah. And he had like several people with him to back him up. And basically it was a whole shit where he ended up getting banned from the con. And he tried to come again this year and he got banned again. Or like, yeah, they wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't sell him or some shit like that.
Yeah. I'll have the link in the description for this thing. But I think I got out to this part where he's like, and I wasn't thinking straight to find him on social media, so I went back to my hotel and passed out. The next day is where things get out of hand. George said that he'd get back to me by 11 with an answer. I'd already told people what happened, and a few friends went to give character testimonials about me. By 12, no answer. So I walked into the convention center, went to the security office to find an answer, and leave. But it got more complex. The assistant security head said, "How did you get in here?" I told him that I walked right in. I also said that I just wanted to know what the status was and leave, nothing else more. The assistant head refused to tell me anything and demanded that I leave. I explained that I needed to know what was going on so that I could do my convention coverage and then leave. One of the guys in the back mocked that if I needed a press badge and I don't know how to do coverage. The assistant said...
basically they told him, okay, you can do coverage from outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so he tried to, shoot from outside the con. Mm-hmm. And then they also then came up and said, hey, get off. You can't shoot from out here because this is also con property. So fuck off.
you know what that reminds me of? The first night of the rave. When,
they kept on pushing us further back.
No, that shit was hilarious because it was like, okay. Because, I don't know if we explained it, but the first night of the rave, some dickhead pulled the fire alarm, and we all had to leave.
Apparently might have been Brothers of Pyrotechnics or the...
Or it could have been Pyrotechnics. Whatever the cause was, the fire alarm was pulled, and we all had to leave. So everyone... I was scared of, legit being trampled. But,
it was actually pretty orderly.
It kind of was. Although the tall 12-year-old and, everyone else didn't think so. Everyone get out! And fucking... We got outside because they said to just leave the building. So we all just were literally at the entrance of the building. But then they were yelling at us to go cross the street where the usual jitneys stop, I guess. And then they said, no, you have to go further out. So then we literally crossed the street again. And then they said, no, you got to go by where the Sheridan is or whatever the fuck it's called. So then we had to cross the street again to the fucking Sheridan. And then me, even though I'm usually a shy person, we started talking to two random girls. Yeah. And, well, I don't want to say random. I have one of them on Snap. But we started talking to them, and it's like, yeah, they're gonna eventually fucking push us. You have to go back to your hotel room. They apparently know which and every hotel everyone is staying at.
I'm not trying to roam the street, go to McDonald's. You gotta go back to the fucking tall 12-year-old. You gotta go back to Caesars. I just want a burger. Gotta go back to Caesars.
You have the burger in your hand.
Get away! Snatch the burger out of my hand. It's bad for your cholesterol. Go back to Caesar. You're fat enough.
It's whoa. Okay, this is out of your jurisdiction.
No, I'm also your doctor. Nigga, what?
First off, what?
Why are you here? Also, I don't have health insurance. I don't have a doctor.
And I've never met you. Anyway, back to this article.
Yeah.
Let's see. Because I don't know much. So... I left after being escorted out like it's the walk of shame. Went back to my room, grabbed my camera, and took photos. But that didn't take long. ACC security and George arrived, telling me that I do not belong here. I said that I was outside and was told by George's assistant that I could be out here. Security said that being outside in front of the convention center is still the property of the ACCC. So I said that that was okay, and I asked George if he had an update. He refused to answer. I asked if I could get copies of the report because I plan to seek legal action of slander and libel. Liabilities! He said I had no right to it. First of all, how the fuck?
Yeah, right.
I got upset. I asked him if he was going to tell me anything today. He said no. I asked him if he was going to wait until the last day, and he said yes. I asked him if it turned out that I was innocent, he was going to wait until Sunday to tell me. He said yes. Wow, that's...
Yeah, word, yeah.
Because he could have been innocent this whole time, and hey, let's wait till this is over.
Word, yeah.
You spent money for all 3 days, I'm assuming.
Word. You dropped $60 or $60+ on all 3 days, but we're gonna tell you when it's over.
Yeah, so it's saying that maybe overpriced hotel that you stayed in.
Yeah.
I admit I got upset. I said that I wasn't leaving. I wanted copies of the report, and yes, go ahead and call the police. I want to tell my side of it. The ACC security guard pulled me aside, saw how angry I was. He asked me to head over to the hotel, and he'd call the police on my behalf. So I did just that. I ended up walking over to the local precinct after waiting 30 minutes. Upon getting there, the officer said that the ACC is private property. It's a public place.
I'm pretty sure it's a place where... I don't think it's a public place. Pretty sure it's private property. I think you.
Well, I guess if people reserve
they reserve it for conventions, and that's
all right. That would make sense then. There wasn't anything he could do. He did say that the precinct had gotten numerous calls in regards to that issue there. Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, like this whole thing got blown out of proportion. Like
Jesus Christ. So I chalked it up at a loss and let it be. Figured out that the testimonies as well as friends and a couple of staffers who know me giving them character statements about me would help. In September, I'd emailed the con chair, explaining pretty much what all you see here. I even reached out to the con chair, Vince, in regards to this over Twitter. He said that in an email backlog that he'd get back to me. Skip ahead to June 2nd, 2018. By this time, I had already been confirmed for press. I hadn't heard back. I thought everything was kosher, but it wasn't. That morning, it had gotten an email that Vince stating that I was banned from ACCC and my press credentials revoked. It would not be reinstated until the ACC allowed me back in. So I called in on Monday and spoke to the head of security. I'm not banned from the convention center, but the con itself. Isn't that the same thing?
No, because if you're banned from the convention center, it means you can't go there ever.
Okay.
Banned from the con means you can't.
Oh, so if Anime Next moves to somewhere else,
then you can't. You can't go.
It's hella complicated.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I emailed Vince back along with CCing the head of security for an explanation. Vince replied with, "I'll speak to my team and get back to you." And here we are. I haven't heard back, so I chalked it up as a loss. This week I'll contact him again, find out what's going on. You don't handle a situation like this so poorly. I'd like to know what my status is in regards to this convention. I have nearly 20 years of amazing stories and memories of this convention. It's been going on for that long?
Has it been? Shit.
Apparently, fuck. Let's see. I met the dub voice of Ranma and Akane here. I won Best Show and Best in Show with a group of amazingly talented friends. If I wasn't running a press site, I would have chalked this up as a loss and moved on. If I knew I was 100% guilty of harassing a cosplayer over a photo, I wouldn't have even wrote this. I would have written a deep apologetic post instead. I have told some people about this when this happened. I got flack for it because a few people thought that I was going to sue the con over discrimination. They felt I shouldn't go after their favorite con. Yeah, sure, but let's be real about this. A white cosplayer and four white friends accuse me of harassing her. A light-skinned Hispanic guy in charge of security kicks me out. Other Anime Next and Otacon staffers have suggested that this may have been racially motivated. Fuck, that could have happened to me. Jesus.
He's black.
He's black?
Yeah. Because later on he says he might have been, there's possibility he might have been confused with another photographer named Eugene Manning. Oh. Who I know is black. And,
no.
And Eugene Manning is a piece of shit.
No. Was he one that you shared that he was like...
harassing people for like loot, for like, you know,
lewds and all
that.
Hey,
let's do a boudoir shoot. Let's do a.
Why do we recall him being a white guy?
No,
unless I'm thinking about some other. guy.
I share a lot of people being.
Probably that.
I share a lot of people being asses. Yeah. There's one photographer named Eugene Manning who is a piece of shit. Yeah. He does, you know, harass people. Hey, come on, let's do boudoir shoots, blah blah blah. And like they say, no, I'm not comfortable doing that. Come on, man, let's do it. Or hey, before I shoot with you, I need to see some, you know, naked pictures. It helps me, you know, do photography better. That shit.
There's a YouTuber who's also a cosplayer who I just started following. I found her through ProZD because they collaborated. Yeah. And ProZD, if you don't know, is a voice actor who does a lot of goofy voices and all that stuff. So it was basically a video that she did, and ProCD was basically voice acting these creepy ass emails that she got, and one of them was this like dude who like saw her or emailed her when she was like I think 17 or when she was like younger back in the day, and he was a painter and he wanted to paint her naked body.
What?
And so the email was going on about how like he wanted specific angles. He wanted her to like pose either nude or with a bra on. Yeah. Like, you know, like typical selfies, like at an angle where I can see 45 degrees of like your breath, like all these fucking like specific pictures and shit. And I'm just like, this isn't how you get nudes.
Like, mind you, it's one thing to like, you know, hit up someone, hey, you know, I'd like to do a certain kind of shoot with you, if they already do that kind of shoot. Like, if you specialize in doing boudoir shoots and you see someone, a model who does a lot of boudoir shoots, you hit them up.
Okay. What is boudoir, by the way?
Boudoir is basically like bedroom.
Oh,
like usually in like lingerie on a bed.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I was thinking like lingerie.
Posing like a sexy, you know,
so more sexually clad stuff.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, in a more sexual manner. And yeah, okay, that's fine. But then if they say no, and you're still hitting them up for it, you're still like trying to convince them. That's where you're on some fuck shit.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you want to get naked for me? No. Okay.
Signal down here is shit. I'm trying to look up Eugene.
You want to get naked for me, like, maybe tomorrow?
I'm trying to look up this Eugene Manning niggas, like, for examples, but basically, yeah, dude was like, he might have been, like, you know, people say he might have been, possibly he might have been confused for Eugene Manning. He's been,
was Eugene at the con?
I don't think so. It's funny because, like, before I found out about Eugene, I almost booked a shoot with him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dead ass. But
hey, can you get naked for me?
You see the Mr. Crab meme?
Turns out he was at the Raven dancing with
Son!
I mean, I think I did tell you that there were like some people who did like tip me off a bit because they were literally at the Raven just standing there.
Oh yeah, that shit's...
Why
are you here?
No, because, okay, there's a difference between like that and being like socially awkward. Because I did see a dude who you can just tell is socially awkward.
Yeah.
And like, to me, it looked like it was one of his first events that he went to, and he wanted to get out of his shell. Because even like for me, that was the rave was that for me too. Mm-hmm. And I saw also these. I don't know if the mic is picking up these weird sounds. It's fucking massage chair.
Is that a massage chair? Is that what that is?
Yeah, and like I constantly move and adjust myself to these fucking knob things.
Does it work?
If it's connected, and it's not right now, so it's just fucking there, and it's on my back, and I'm like, this don't feel good. But yeah. So I see him like, especially when you were pulled into like the hype circles and shit, and like I was of course like I think it was Saturday, so I was already not in the mood, and I see this dude, and he's like just standing there, he's just like dancing by himself, but then the circle forms, and then like he just starts heading over, and then you see him like start pumping up, and he just starts dancing by himself. I'm like, oh, I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh, good for you, dude, because like you have to learn how to have fun with yourself, not just rely on other people and shit. I feel. But
okay, here's some Eugene Manning shit. Finally,
okay.
I had to turn off.
Wait, let me finish the article first because I'm almost done.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. I want to reply from Vince, knowing my status. If he says I'm banned for a year, fine, cool. Hit up another con. A-Con 2019. Anyone? One thing. I think I saw that cosplayer at Otakon too. It might have not been her, but it was a Jessica Rabbit cosplayer. I was with my friend Julia, and I pointed it out. She saw that I was getting a bit fidgety and antsy. She grabbed my wrist and walked me further away. You see, Julia is one of the few people who knows the entire story who also went to bat for me, something I am very appreciative of. I never thought of finding myself writing this. I thought this would go away. Upon announcing my post explaining this, one friend of mine said that I may have been mistaken for Eugene Manning, a known cosplayer photographer who harasses female cosplayers. It's not far from the truth. I have been mistaken for him previously. Twice. It is in all cap. Okay. Truthfully, I don't want any legal actions in this. I just want to talk and discuss this with the right people for an answer, whether I like the answer or not. It's interesting though. Last year when this all went down, everyone was telling me to contact Vince, and I'm like, yeah, let this settle down first. I want to return to anime next to do my coverage. I know I can send my staff, but honestly, they don't want to go back to the con unless I am there too. That's cool. I think that's pretty amazing of them to say. But for now, I'll continue to remove all Anime Next context from my sites and keep it down until I get a definitive answer of all this. This post took me 3 days to write. I got quite emotional when writing this, and I needed time to step back and refocus on life. I didn't need my emotions to get the best of me. I didn't want this to become a slander post against the con. I know that some of you who are reading this are laughing and saying I got what was coming to me. If that's how you feel, then fine. Laugh on my own expense. I know I have people out there who hate me. When this happened, I saw people take pot shots at me, but it's okay. That's how it goes. And those of you on my site cheer me on, thanks. I legit need it. Well, it's time to send that follow-up email. Let's see how it goes. And that's the end of the article. So, what's up with this motherfucker Eugene?
Okay. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. A lot of cosplayers already know about him. Honestly, it's a bit of a running joke whenever there's some sort of elitist photography, and he's usually involved. You're pretty sure to run into a lot of his posts. I remember last AWA when he had an editing stream and spammed groups saying, watch it or I'll vote for Trump.
What?
I'm all for promoting yourself, which he does a lot, but if people don't want to book with you, people don't want to book. A lot of times if you don't screenshot things right away, he deletes them after he starts catching flack. He makes snarky comments, posts when people ask if anyone has pictures of them, which is normal. Like, okay, like basically, you know how like people will go up and be like, hey, did anyone have pictures of me at the con?
Yeah.
Apparently he'll be like, oh, why didn't you book a photographer? Blah, blah, blah.
Because there's literally a shit ton of people with cameras around.
Yeah.
And not even just cameras, people with their phones.
Yeah.
Taking pictures of you. So they want to be like, hey, share that picture.
Word.
They want to get their shit known and out there. The fuck?
Word, yeah.
And some might not even have money. They probably just had money just for the con. And if not,
Word,
hotel,
photographers are expensive. Like, you know, photographers are money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? He had a whole post about it before, but caught so much flack he deleted it. He pushes boudoir shoots even after you say no. He really wants to shoot them and will continually suggest them to you.
That's so fucked.
If you are his type, of course. Claims his Facebook group can make you famous.
What?
Cosplay famous.
No.
Which it can't. It has very little engagement at the moment. And that his shoots can make you famous. Good luck. He's made various creepy comments. He will sometimes withhold photos from your shoot until he gets what he wants, even if you paid for them.
Why is he the muscle boy of photography? What the fuck? Yeah. Hold on.
I forgot we called him Muscle Boy.
Yeah, I almost said his name just now, and I was like, let's.
Very unprofessional, not just on his Facebook pages, but also in person to some people. When you bring up his behavior, he just says he wants attention, just a complainer, bitch, etc. He's had years to change, and instead of changing, he just mocks the people who call him out and has their posts taken down after some time. He will also say, of course, you have mental issues and just want attention for this. I don't want attention. I want my friends to be aware, but I'll wait for him to call me crazy as well. He has made some fat-phobic comments, but he deleted those as well. Oh, now I'm really glad I didn't fucking shoot with him.
He's like, I shot with this fat
fat, flabby fuck.
And he smelled. It's like, oh, God.
Now, not everyone has had a bad time with him. Some people have enjoyed their shoots with him. I'll give him credit for that. He's not inappropriately touched anyone, to my knowledge. Here are the screenshots. Read them as you will. I'm attempting to keep them informed. If I had screenshotted everything problematic, he'd have said I'd have so many more. Mm-hmm. Thanks for friends giving me the screenshots. I don't know if they want credit because I don't know if they want to get involved again. So let me know. Blah blah blah. Okay, there's one where it says I don't know what you want me to say because I explained my reason. He's like, well, it's obvious that I want you to say no, Eugene. I was wrong. Let me be your waifu, please.
What the fuck?
And then I had the smiley face after that. And then she's like, the person's just like, LOL. He's like, so say that.
Wow. Wow.
And okay, let's see another one. The person's like, actually, it's 12 a.m. and I have to be up at 4:30. Why all of a sudden I never do that stuff? Sure, a kiss or a bikini is fine, though, but that's it. I'll talk to you until the morning, but this is not over. Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see what he looked like if his face was out there, and like I found this article that's like showing a bunch of fucking screenshots of conversations and shit.
I'm pretty sure I shared that article too.
Mm-hmm. Like literally, the first image is it's just captioned with harassment, and it's him going no, and I'm assuming the girl in response, girly shirt. Girly bits are not... I'm going to make him sound like the worst person. Girly bits are not for staying covered. That's what they're for.
Yo, honestly, his posts do read like that, yo. He's like, this sounds like the cringiest motherfucker.
Hold up. It gets worse. Like, legit. Mine are. Like, he has a colon, vertical line face.
Oh, shit. I literally came across it.
I got to press you about this, though. This is the part where you talk.
It's like, what the fuck?
Boy! Son, what?
Yeah, like, I was literally just scrolling through. Whoa, oh god, there's another one.
Can I get a boudoir shoot with you at Oda, please?
I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm trying to get my PhD. I can't have that kind of stuff on my resume. Tongue face.
Doctorate in what?
Ecological and evolutionary bio. Maybe botany minor.
You wouldn't actually put a boudoir shoot with Eugene 717 on your resume, though.
No, but whoever's hiring me can find that out on the internet.
I'll only tag your cosplay page. Lol.
Not good enough.
It's like, yo, she already said no.
Yeah.
She already said no. And he's trying to like get more.
Oh my god, it gets worse. It needs to not exist.
Margo, you're crushing my dreams, though. Margo, my dreams.
Get someone else! Oh my fucking god!
Jesus Christ!
It has to be your ass.
What? Boy! And then it's the girl responding with a sad face and just, I cannot do this. What the fuck? Oh no!
okay, here's one where he's like, yes, definitely that. Also about me getting to know you better. And the chick's like, as friends, yes, I'm fine with that. As for gold team stuff, you know my limits. I want more than that, Leisha, on both counts.
What the fuck?
She's like, I'm not going to change my mind. I don't do nudity, ever. End of discussion. As far as relationships go, I am in no way, shape, or form and ready to even look at other human beings in that blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, here, this might be continuation on the previous ones, but like, he's like, I need more from you, though. I needed to be more like Caitlyn.
Whoever that is.
I don't know. And then the person's like, my gorily bits are staying covered, thank you very much. I can't be like Caitlyn.
Angel's that's the continuation of the one I read. Yeah, oh no. Oh my god, fuck this guy. Oh, I just ran into that too. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's with the same person, I think. Up for more than that, I can be a hell of a wing woman, but the idea of being in any relationship makes me want to cry right now, okay?
That's just it. You're not trying it. You're thinking about it. Psyching yourself out of being a part of something that might be really nice.
And then, I don't know, I guess there was like a fucking time because it just shows the date.
Well, okay, I give up. You're back to the ignoring thing again.
I'm in the gym. I don't know what you want, Tanzi or Tanse, because I explain my reasons. Oh, I think I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, it's obvious that I want you to say no, Eugene. I was wrong.
Oh, that's the let me be your waifu. Oh, what the fuck?
Jesus.
Lol. So say that.
I feel bad, but I can't. I don't want to hurt you. I still have feelings for Joe and for John or whoever this person.
Some shit.
Johan.
Yeah.
Or Johan. And other than him, I can't think about moving on. What the fuck?
Okay, here's one where it's like, apparently, like, this is just like the notification. Where it's like, where that pops up when you send someone a message. Uh-huh. He's like, am I still allowed to flirt with you or nah? Smiley face.
What the fuck? Stop.
Okay, here's another one. The woman's like, hey, if you want to do cosplay shoots, I need to tell my mom. But for regular shoots, I'd rather not interact with my mother because my cosplay is at home and I need to get it, etc. And then he's like, psh, if you crash on my couch,
I was just about to read that one.
If you crash on my couch, I might kiss you. LOL. Job hazards.
Yeah, the article that I have is sexual assault is a job hazard.
Word, yo, like, son.
What the fuck? Fuck this guy.
Yo, for real though. Holy, yeah. Like I said, I almost shot with this dude. Holy crap.
How much was his, like, what
it was like 40 or something. I don't know.
Wow.
This is like 2 years ago. Jeebus. Oh, God.
This fucking chair.
Everyone's just going to think you're farting from
yeah. I have to go into the audio like, okay, mute that, delete that. I'm a pure boy. Aside from that, I wanted to talk to you about, like, some shit going on at work.
Hey, what's up?
I wrote down in my notes, let me just read that to you first. You were here for the first one. Twerking birthday bitch. It was a night that we closed. No, it was the night that we recorded the show, and I had to close with you.
Okay.
It's my birthday!
Oh! This person.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was so fucking annoying.
Oh my god.
Okay, so if you, like, I don't want to say if you work in fast food, but if you work retail, any job that requires you to interact with people, you're gonna come across the drunkies, if not the druggies. This night we got Morty. We got
good job.
We got a drunkies, and it was this group of 3 people. This one girl was shaking her ass outside the store for no fucking reason. I was like I even nudged you. I was like, yo, peep that. I don't know why she's twerking her fucking ass, but it's there. And then she proceeds to come in and fucking the other guy that we were working with is handling register. For some reason, this bitch lunges her fucking leg on the counter, starts twerking. And then I'm just thinking, I was like, yo,
bitch, get your ass off the counter. First of all,
what the fuck are you doing?
First of all, get your ass off the counter.
Get out!
Your ass don't belong on the counter. What the fuck?
And then fucking,
It's my
Cool. I didn't go out on my birthday and act the whole ass.
And she just kept going on about it's my birthday and blah 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 blah. And like, okay, so we made their shit. The guy that was working up front, I guess, was nice and was like, here's a fucking free thing or whatever.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah, but apparently he gave him like the small free cup. Like but we usually used to drink shit.
No, for the freeze?
Yeah.
He gave him the regular cup.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay. And, oh, God. And they had a friend, this very tall, annoying dude, who just came up and was like, hey, so, like, it's raining outside, and, so,
I dropped my cup.
She dropped her cup, know what I'm saying? And, so, it's a birthday. And there were no wet floor signs outside.
Why are there gonna be wet floor signs outside though?
I was trying to not lose my shit at that point. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about,
boy, son?"
So like, can I get like the cup again? Cause like it was free and like she dropped it, so the second one should be free again.
If you got the first one free, why should you be getting the second one free? Why are you entitled to a second free one?
And plus, you're not even the birthday person.
Word, yo, like what's up?
No, and then the birthday bitch comes in, and then like her friends are literally at the door going, "Get the fuck out! Yo, the cops is coming!" I was like,
yo, wait, what did y'all do?
Yeah, I was like, oh,
turns out these niggas got a body outside. Like,
I'm like, oh no, we're gonna die. And then I was just like,
Walter, no, we're witnesses.
So then I just got the shit and like gave it to us, like, get the fuck out of my face. And then the dude was like, yeah, I used to work at Taco Bell, know what I'm saying? And like,
half the niggas who said they used to work at Taco Bell, wild annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, like.
And to my knowledge, the store's been open for about 4, maybe 5
years. Oh
yeah,
he was like, yo, 5 years ago I worked at Taco Bell.
The store's been open for 4. It's like, I don't know what the fuck you were.
Yeah, word, dog.
Unless you were at Newport. But fucking, and I'm just like, I've been here for the 3. Word. I've never seen you. And then he starts apologizing, because mind you, this dude's like a drunk or whatever, and he's like the aggressive drunk.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, yo, I'm sorry if I'm not being aggressive right now. I'm a little drunk. I was like, I fucking see that.
I don't really take drunkenness as an excuse for anything.
To be an asshole? Yeah, no.
Like, I'm like, oh man, he was drunk, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care. You still annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah, word.
It doesn't change what happened.
Yeah. Oh my god. And I found out, I think it was the next morning that, when we closed. So, was it? No, it was the morning of. The morning of that day. Because that was the Stila Base, Stila Taco, whatever the fuck. Where essentially for 4 hours, people were getting free tacos.
Okay.
And, excuse me. Oh, no. It was about that, but it happened the day after. So the day after we closed, the guy that was opening, I have the video, and I was only talking over it. I don't know, but in my notes, I called it the video about no free taco bitch. And
okay,
what the fuck? Oh, that's just the ending of the video.
I was told yesterday that this person, right here who just sat down, was flipping the fuck out because she wanted some free tacos. And the guy working was like, yeah, no, that was yesterday. And she's like, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me? And then she gets mad at
Wait,
this
look
what
at
the fuck she does.
This is a reaction.
Kicks one of the wet floor signs, flip the cup.
Shit.
Flips the chair. And flips another chair and storms out.
Boy!
Oh. All for where's my free taco? I lost it at what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me? It's like, bitch, I don't know you. Yo, and the day that I found out, because I think I was working a mid shift that day, that bitch comes in, and I was like, oh,
son, what happened?
And she starts like walking around the store, asking people for money or phone. I'm like, miss. I have to use my fucking authoritative voice. I'm like, you can't be doing that in here. And so she walks out. And then comes back like 5 minutes later. And I was like, miss, I already told you.
It's like, oh yeah, wait, you thought I forgot about you, fam?
Or you thought there'd be a whole like completely different staff in the span of 5 minutes. But yeah, shit like that. Like, I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, people are fucking crazy. And like, I remember, luckily, all the times of like all the years of no, I've only worked one day where there was like that free taco bullshit was going on.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking bad because like literally anyone and everyone can get it. So you'll see high schoolers, middle schoolers, random kids, adults, homeless people, regular customers, everyone in the fucking area migrates to the store if they hear about this because hey,
yo, and it's funny because
it's free.
It's funny because like a regular taco isn't even worth the walk, even if it's free.
Yeah.
Like I'm not coming to Taco Bell just for one free fucking taco. Like it's not fucking worth it.
I mean, like for example, like let's say your meal was like a quesadilla and a taco. Hey, at least a portion of your meal was free or whatever.
Yeah, word.
But like, there were people that specifically just came for that, and it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that shit's dumb.
Yeah. I mean, understandably so for the homeless people, because like.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but like, you know, if you like, okay, the high schooler is probably coming like, oh, I'm gonna come here on my lunch and get a free taco.
Yeah.
Boy, you work if you fucking you go to school at Dickinson, son. That's like it's like a whole fucking 5 blocks or so.
It's
you walk in.
It's a whole like 15-20 minute walk.
Yeah, you walk in to get a taco that's gonna eat in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was free. I don't give a fuck.
Give a fuck about your feelings, boy. It's like, whoa. I'm thinking, was there anything else that I wanted to talk about? Because I wanted to talk about the article, video, and shit.
So XXXTENTACION is dead.
Oh yeah, I actually wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, I kind of figured you would.
Oh, dude. Like, I found out, like, a few minutes before you started messaging me about it. I knew you were going to feel, like, a certain way because, like, you don't like him as a person. You don't fuck with him.
Dude, listen, I just found out, like, okay, put it like this, right? I knew the name beforehand, but I just found out everything he did after he died. Yeah. At which point I was like, oh, fuck him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I found out recently that apparently he almost beat someone close to the point of fucking death while he was in prison because he just came out of the shower and was fucking. So he was cleaning himself up and all that, but there was this dude that was like looking at him.
Okay, see, I've heard mixed accounts on that because like basically the two major forms of abuse that I came across were like the whole thing with his pregnant the baby mama,
but supposedly there's no actual verdict yet, so we're not sure whether it happened or not.
And I think in prison apparently the guy might have actually touched him.
Yeah.
At which point then I can justify a beatdown. If you actually fucking touch me, then yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, just looking, nah. But anyway.
Like supposedly there's a chance that he could have been scared that he was gonna be assaulted.
Yeah.
So to prevent that, he beat the shit out of this dude.
So like, but then like the one thing where it's like, okay, this is completely unambiguous. I don't give a fuck about this dude anymore. Was the whole shit where like apparently because it's literally his social media and where he threatened to like throat fuck a dude's daughter to death or some shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I have not heard.
Yeah,
of that.
yeah. So I was like, oh, no, okay, fuck him.
I mean, no, and I took a screenshot of it earlier because I wanted your opinion on it. Where is it?
Where is that?
Right here. Because there have been mixed feelings like across the board because like, okay, so he has done a lot of terrible shit.
Yeah.
But within the last few months, he's been like trying to do like super positive shit for like the community, like in hip hop and in general. Like he started like I think a charity thing. He was literally the day that he got shot, like he was about to do a charity event.
Okay.
And like he even one of the last quotes of him was like, "Oh, I hope that people, whether regardless of my past or not, that they would take the message in my music and turn it into something positive." Because like a lot of people use his music to vent out because like his music is loud, his music is sad, so you can relate to it. Like especially a lot of the songs on his mixtape 17.
Gotcha.
Where like a lot of people talk about the song, especially Jocelyn Flores, a song about suicide and all that. And so like I understand all of these points of views, but there was this one post that someone that I know shared. They shared a screenshot of the post, and this is how it goes. If you're bashing XXXTENTACION and saying that he deserved being murdered for supposedly being a woman abuser, then fine. But if I ever find out that you're a fan of Eminem, DMX...
I saw that, and I can get behind that. Yeah. All the same thing with like John Lennon and David Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, fuck him. Fuck fuck them all. Like that. Like mind you, and the thing is, like, okay, I'm not really... Okay, I do have a few Eminem songs. Mind you, I didn't know anything about Eminem. I don't know shit about...
I mean, there is one song that you have that's literally him talking about beating a woman.
Which...
Love the Way You Lie. Next time I'll aim my fist at the drywall.
Oh, okay. I thought that was him, like... I don't know. I don't know. Like, listen, I don't know the background. I thought, like... I kind of, like, assumed that was, like, sort of the coming at Chris Brown type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I assumed it was, because, like, it was it him and Rihanna, so I assumed it was, like... him sort of taking the place of Chris Brown, and so that's what I thought it was. Because when it when it originally came out, mind you, like, the thing is, I don't really follow musicians like that. Mm-hmm. So like, I'll listen to a song. Okay, here it's good, cool. I'll download it. I'll steal it from YouTube because I'm a piece of shit. But I tend not to really look into the lives. Mm-hmm. So into the lives of people I listen to. So I don't know. So I don't know shit about I don't know shit about shit for the most part.
Yeah.
So like, if it turns out, this person I've been listening to for years was an abuser. I had no fucking idea. So same shit with Eminem. I think it's like, okay, at the end of the day, like, I've stolen all of Eminem. Like, every song that I have on my iPod from Eminem, I stole. So I'm not technically supporting him.
But there's like the argument, like, even if you do steal it, you're listening it, you're like, let's say rapping it out loud, you're technically supporting it through that.
Okay.
Even though...
I haven't done that in the longest.
Yeah, because like literally Eminem has a song like, "Bitch, I'm gonna kill you."
Does he?
Yeah.
Like, I have like 3 Eminem songs.
Because like I remember
I have 3 Eminem songs and 2 songs with Eminem in them.
Yeah. Because I remember when I was starting to get into rap, like this is like what fucking like middle school me. So I downloaded Pandora on my iPod Touch at the time, and I would use Pandora and like all this shit, and like I get backlogged on a bunch of Eminem songs from like his first albums and shit. And I remember loving the fuck out of these songs because I was just like,
yeah, rap is cool and you can play characters and shit.
But then like there's also the thing where like Eminem like also raps about like, aside from being in a character, like Slim Shady is a character, but there's also him rapping as Eminem as himself.
Yeah.
Where like for example, one of the songs, Cleaning Out My Closet, it's a song about him saying, hey, like literally the chorus, "Hey, I'm sorry, Mom, I never meant to hurt you, but I'm literally cleaning out my closet." And he's like, "Hey, so like, I hate you, and like, my daughter won't even go to your funeral." But he's like on his most recent album, he's had basically an apology song. He's like, "Hey, Mom, I wrote a lot of fucking songs about you, berating you and all this shit, but like, I'm a piece of shit and I know it, and I'm sorry." But then there's also like, Eminem also has like a history of rapping about his wife or ex-wife, and how like he literally has a song where he kills her in the fucking
Jesus. Holy shit! I knew none of this. Okay, I just knew he could.
I remember.
I just knew he had a funny song and a fucking Robin costume. Like
you're talking about Just Lose It.
Just Lose It. Wait, what?
That's the song.
No, that is.
No, not Lose Yourself. Just Lose It. Ah!
No. This looks like a job for me. So everybody.
Oh, okay. Because he references that also. Okay, you're thinking. Okay, I know. But he references that also in that music video.
Okay, got you.
Oh, we're fucking Without Me. No, it's funny because like, okay, I'm remembering like a bunch of his old choruses where it's like, for example, "Kill You." He's like, "Bitch, I'm gonna kill you. You don't want to fuck with me." And like all this shit. Or like part of the chorus is like, "It's Shady. It's gonna fucking kill you." You know,
Jesus,
wanna fuck with Shady?
None of this. I don't really follow the lives of the musicians that I listen to.
But in the Kim song, like I remember seeing if there was a music video for it. The only music video, which is I guess dawned as the official music video, is a fan one, and it's this dude doing a music video. I'm assuming with his girlfriend or whatever, and they're both acting out characters, and M portrays his girlfriend. Okay, so the whole song is basically Eminem coming home from whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And he basically finds his wife cheating on him. And he's like, "What the fuck? How could you do this to me?" She's like, "I'm sorry." Like, literally, it's Eminem, but doing that voice. Like, "I'm sorry." And so, he basically, like, kind of in the music video he drags her outside and brings her to like some random fucking like spot, and like I just remember, now bleed, bitch, bleed,
son,
bleed,
son.
And then the chorus comes, so long, bitch, you done me so wrong, I don't wanna go on living in this world without you, after I fucking murdered you.
Jesus. Okay, like, cause I knew none of this.
Eminem has a lot of shit.
Yeah,
but the most irredeemable song, even though I will admit to loving the fuck out of it. Mind you, because of this fucking instrumental, for some reason, young me loved the instrumental, was a song called Fack. And
Fack?
Yeah. Like fuck, but with A. Fack. And God, this song, it's a super weird song, and I guess it explores the weird sexual psyche that M has in the back of his head. But I'm assuming he's still playing a character in the song. Regardless, lyrics.
Oh, get that tube. Oh no, shove it up my butt. Oh, there's a guinea pig going, or like there's a hamster going away. Oh, it's crawling in my asshole.
It's so fucking weird.
Shove it up my butt.
And like, there's a lot of artists that have a lot of fucking terrible things that they've done, whether they've happened or not. You know, there's people that argue the whole separate the art from the artist and but that's like a slippery slope for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a mixed bag.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm just like for example, like I do not like Chris Brown as a person, but now he's collaborating with fucking Jordan Lucas and he's popping out bangers. Like, and I'm just like,
I also don't fuck with Chris Brown for many reasons, but
yeah,
mainly because he screwed over my cosplay friend. But
yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. Fucking, or like, what's it called?
But also, also the abuse factors heavily. I realized it made it sound like, oh, him taking.
He's forgiving me, friend.
But
and also hit women.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. Not how I meant that to sound.
Yeah, and fucking, I don't know. Because it's being as an artist, it's like you never know who's gonna be like, I guess, outed.
Yeah.
Because like even with like the whole celebrities, the whole Me Too movement, it brings that into fact and like all this shit.
But I was canceling niggas left and right for the Me Too.
I know.
Like Stan Lee a dub. Like
I loved his work.
Like mind you, like okay, like nigga, you don't own Spider-Man anymore. Spider-Man, other niggas write Spider-man.
Yeah. Like you're gonna be gone within the next 5 years.
Yeah. And the whole thing, oh no, his people, his nurses or his people, or he's like this something like the people he's hiring to take care of him are there's potential allegations of them abusing him. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Okay. Okay, he was over here pinching nurse booty. I don't give a fuck.
Like, so now they're gonna pinch his life. It's like, oh.
Like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, so it's also weird where, like, when people play characters, but then they bring up, like, like, actual allegations of them doing what the character supposedly did in the song. Like, shit like that is, like, fucking weird. But, I haven't watched it. Like, I remember there was a whole thing with Tobuscus. That's what made me, like, it even applies to the whole YouTube world with Tobuscus, JonTron, and, like, all these other people, like, whether it's, like, a sexual assault allegation or, like, racial shit, that's like me. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna stop watching the videos. Even with the whole fucking Channel Awesome thing, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna not. At least for a little bit. And you're giving that look because you still watch your fucking videos! Bitch, don't act like I haven't heard you watch Nostalgia Critic when we close. What the fuck you mean? But I'm not sure. I've heard that he killed off Nostalgia Critic.
Did he?
I don't know. Is he still making videos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's still coming out like on the. We could probably one out like right now. It's every Wednesday.
Yeah, because I was hearing about that on a podcast I listened to. I'm like, did they good on Doug Walker? But yeah, like I don't know. I think it's also like a bad look on for Doug Walker and the rest of his crew because, like, he wants to make content, but if everyone got fucked over, especially making the movies and all that, I can't fuck with that. But people are shit and will always be shit. You just gotta find the right ones who are less shit than others. Aside from that, what the hell is that? I don't know.
Oh no, that's just.
I don't know. I can't even read it.
I just put my phone down.
Yeah, I was like, phone information. Doing that voice, it reminds me that one of our new coworkers is easily scarable. So like, I'll literally just go up behind him and be like, "Are you having fun?" He'll be like,
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing a new thing on my Instagram because apparently a few people liked it what I did yesterday, where I basically gave a breakdown of a comic series that I'm into.
like on your story or
Yeah,
like
my
post?
Story.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I basically like talked about the Wicked and the Vine and blah blah. And so I'm thinking like I'm gonna do something like bi-monthly or just monthly, whatever. Like basically hey, here's an underrated comic, read it, and because some people are like, oh man, it sounds really cool. Like, and like, one of my friends was like, hey, you should do this. And I was like, oh, it's not a bad idea. Okay.
Yeah, like it reminds me of like when people are like, hey, here's my opinion on stuff, but you can only access it through my Patreon.
Like, okay, no one's paying for my opinions. Okay,
Yeah.
I can barely get like more than 50 likes on a pic. Like,
I mean, I haven't looked at it. Like, I looked at it while I was in class. That I think was Black Nerd Problems. Yeah,
Yeah.
they reposted the Roadhog, and I screenshot the other one that they did when it was I did when I did your Anansi.
Yeah.
And when I found it, it was like at 61 likes.
Was it?
No, 62 including you.
Let me see if I can go
No,
back.
I took a screenshot of it.
Okay, but
like
let me see if there's anything. Roadhog right now has 81.
Yeah, I just pulled it up, and I was like, "Oh shit,
Hey, it's me.
It's mock photography. Because honestly, like I said it before, that Roadhog picture is fire.
I mean, I think I explained it last episode, but I literally had to get under you. Just like, hey, I'm on the floor. And I think that's also why, like, I don't want to say, like,
I'm a better photographer because of this.
it's like, like I said, I want dope pictures that I myself would like. And it's like, hey, if I have to literally be on the floor or do this awkward thing to fucking...
Like, I've had photographers do that, and I like, I like the dedication there. Because, like I said, the Black Lagoon shoot on the beach was pretty much just all... Like, did you see the picture?
You showed me some of them.
Okay, and it was all just pretty much front angle shots.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And
it's just profile.
yeah. And it's because, like, my shooting posture, I don't really know how to...
Hold a gun.
I can hold a gun well. I don't know how to, like, position myself properly.
Uh-huh.
Like, or do a shooting stance or whatever. And so, like, I look awkward as shit. So, like, your shots, it actually looks good. Because, you're not looking at my legs. My legs aren't in the shot for the most part. Whereas, for the other one, it's just, like, full straight on. It's like, yeah, no,
well,
you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But
I think it's also because, like, whenever I do, like for example, your cosplay stuff, I try to, like, I don't want to say emulate the character, but I want to focus more on, like, the facial expression. Because you always do, like, these expressions, whether they're anger or, like, I think when you did, what was the dude's name? Buck? From Black Lagoon?
Oh, Dutch.
So when you were doing Dutch, like, you looked like you were looking around. Like, I told you, like, hey, make it look like you're looking for someone.
Yeah.
So then I wanted to emulate that through those pictures. It's like, okay, so, hey, make it look like you're searching for someone or you're on the hunt for someone. So then you start aiming the gun or those perspective shots that I did with you and the other girl. And that's why I want...
Those are good. Like, okay, like, I'm not gonna name the photographer because I don't want to trash him on the... He doesn't deserve that.
Did the shoot?
Yeah, he doesn't deserve that. He's a perfectly fine person. But yeah, no, I did like the shoots. I did like the photos you did better than the ones we got on the beach.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, that's also why, like, I felt weird when you were like, no, we're just gonna do it here. I was like, you sure?
What else were we gonna, like? We didn't really have anywhere else to really do it with the match of characters. Because mind you, these are mostly seafarer. Like, they're either on a boat, on a dock, or in this, like, busy, bustling Asian city.
I guess the con would count as... Oh yeah, speaking of the con, remember I told you I sent you that group photo.
Yeah.
Of the Marina Kawano concert, and I circled that Loki was right behind me. I couldn't tag myself in the picture, but I did get acknowledgement from Marina herself, because I got a random notification the other day, and it's still there. Like, the picture's there, and I was like, hey, I made it. And then it says, Marina Kawano liked your comment. Hey, I made it. And I was like, hey!
Kimi want anime.
I can't let you live that down. Well, not you. I meant like the guy that said that. But I can't live. If you want to speak in another language, you do not have to change the way your voice works. The only time that applies is when you're voice acting or bullshit voice acting like me.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say this about the Instagram reach, but right? I have, at this point, about 1,200 followers.
Uh-huh.
According to Instagram right now, my reach on my latest picture, 107 people.
Yeah.
107 people saw it.
Yeah.
What the
It's cause like the algorithm is so fucking dumb. Cause like, when that update first came out, I knew it wasn't gonna be a good thing. Cause usually like, when I used to be on Instagram a lot, I would check it like every 2 to 3 days, and like the longest I would go on is like 5 days. And I was like, oh no, I gotta catch up on my posts or whatever. So I would look for like the literal last post that I liked when I was done scrolling through for like I think an hour. And now that update happened, it's like everything is so sporadic, or like it's kind of like how Facebook works. It's like the posts that you're gonna see are most likely the people that you interact with on Facebook. Yeah. So, for example,
on Facebook, that's one thing. Facebook, you're there to interact with your friends and whatnot. Instagram, I'm trying to get shit out there.
Yeah,
I'm trying to post content and
let it
be known.
Yeah, for example, like there's this one girl that I found through Tinder, and then apparently she has a Finsta, so I started following the Finsta.
What's a Finsta?
Fake Instagram, where people usually either just post their actual thoughts or just spam memes.
Okay.
But this girl, I'm like, oh, she's cute or whatever. So then like I started looking at her story. She's sad as fuck 24/7.
Okay.
So I think that's also why I interact with her, at least try to, because like I just like either like her post or I'll comment on like on her post or her story or whatever. She doesn't interact with me, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
And like I think it's because like I check out her story and shit. When I actually do scroll through Instagram, I'll be like, oh, okay, it's her. It's her again. 4th time, 5th time. Show me someone else!
Yeah, no, Instagram does that.
I don't like that. Especially like, I mean, it's also a big peeve of mine, which also what deterred me from Instagram was like when people would post multiple times a day. And like now that the algorithm focuses on that one person, like, hey, here's a shit ton of posts from this person. Like if they post 7 times,
you're gonna see all 7.
You're gonna see all 7. Or like the girl that did Faye Valentine with her boyfriend at Anime Next. Like I liked one of her pictures. Then when I went on Instagram randomly the other day, it was like 3 of her pictures also as Faye Valentine. I'm like, can I just see other people?
Yeah, word.
I follow other people. I don't want to have to actually look for specific profiles.
Yeah, no, to check out people's content. Like, that shit's wild annoying. Instagram needs to fucking...
Like, if it was the option, like, hey, do you want the most, like based on your interactions, or do you want it chronological? If you can give me the option of looking at shit chronologically, I am so down for that. I'm not sure if Twitter already has that option or not, but, yo, Instagram, get on that shit, please.
Yeah, and it's funny because have you ever gotten to a thing where it's like, hey, we'll give you $10 credit and you can boost one of your posts with it?
I keep getting that shit, and it's this like when it's supposed to be a sponsored post.
Yeah,
I keep getting it. It's like, hey, you can, like, for example, like I'm always on SoundCloud, so I obviously get a SoundCloud ad, or if I'm scrolling a bit more, I'll either get like. Okay, for some reason I get an fucking Modelo commercial, which is a beer. I think probably because like my phone heard a Modelo fucking thing happening. But usually I'll scroll down a bit, and for some reason the one time I actually want to look for this fucking garbage, it doesn't show up. And it's like, hey, you want to boost your post? Like, look, this one post doesn't have as many interactions as your other post. How about, oh man, you can give us money and we'll put it out there so maybe five more people can look at it.
Have they ever actually credited you?
No.
Like it happened last year, happened this year, where basically they're like, hey, we'll give you $10 credit to boost one of your posts, and basically it's gonna be like to say, hey, you know, maybe you can do it again with your own money this time, blah blah blah. So I said, okay, you know, let me boost one of my posts. I used the whole $10 credit on it, and where is it?
How much is each post, like, to boost up?
Basically,
$10.
It was my whatchamacallit.
You're a headless horseman?
Yeah, it was my headless horseman, and it was like $10, and for some reason, I don't know. For some reason, it like shows up as a different post when they boost it. Like I have the headless horseman shit on my page, and it has like 30 something likes on it. Or like 50 something, whatever my usual amount of likes is. For some reason, the boosted post shows up differently. I had to actually save it, and it has 444.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
it got shown to about 2,000 people.
Wow. And that sucks that you have to pay for people to actually look at it. And like we don't know if it's like because of the algorithm, the way it works, or it's because like
because you suck,
or it's because like. You might have like a certain amount of, let's say, ghost followers, or maybe people don't go on Instagram as much anymore, so they're obviously not going to see your post. And like shit like that sucks because it's like, you know, you want to get your shit out there to expand and grow your brand and all this other shit. But if no one's looking at it,
because what's the point? Beginning of the year, I was like, yo, okay, I have 1,000 followers now. It's lit. I'm gonna start a Patreon. I'm gonna start a Patreon and, you know, see who wants to, you know. But like if less than 100, if like maybe 100 people,
and that's like the most.
Yeah.
Are looking
at my shit, because Instagram's only going to share it with that amount of people.
There's no point.
What's the fucking point?
Yeah.
Okay, I've had my fucking Ko-fi up for months. Nobody's done anything but like.
Yeah, and like it's also when you open like something like a Patreon or a Ko-fi, you know, people aren't obviously obligated to do it. Only if they want to truly support you and shit.
Yeah.
Which is why I've never really been like, hey, fund me. Like that's why I'm like when Patreon first came out, I was super iffy about it. Like if I ever did gain an audience, or if I ever did like blow up and like have like all these people wanting to support me, I feel weird because it's like you're literally paying me to do stuff for like in return. Like I understand, like, you know, it's basically like if you go to a store, hey, I want to buy this one thing. Okay, here, give me money. Now you have that thing. That's essentially what it is. I just felt weirdo. It's like people are donating or paying you a specific amount of money, no matter what it is, in exchange for a certain amount of rewards. Like I feel like weird doing though. It's like, you know, someone's like, you know, cool, $1, awesome. Or someone's like, hey, I want to give you $20 a month because you'll shout me out in a video or something. Yeah. Or here, I'll give $100 so I can Skype with you. Or I'll give X amount of money because of this shit. Like I remember when I would look at random Patreons like for games, movies, or whatever, and like it would go up to like 1,000 and there's only 2 spots open. It's like, hey, get your title, your name as like executive producer on this project and shit. And like the iffy thing about like it's mostly for like I think not GoFundMe's, but like when what was it, Indie Kickstarter or like Indiegogo or whatever the fuck. Like I think it was mostly Kickstarter that like it was kind of sketch because there would be like these awesome projects that people would do, like, you know, these inventions.
And then never end up. You know,
they never end up sending the project, or something happens and for some reason it gets canceled and then all the money stays with that company. It's not like it gets refunded because it's technically a donation. Yeah. You can't refund a donation. And it's like, that sucks. Luckily, you know, Patreon isn't like that. Like you have to give out content if you want people to pay you, which I appreciate that. But I think it's just weird for me. It's like, hey... It's kind of like, hey, monkey in a cage, here, money. No, perform for us.
I mean, basically.
But I mean, I'm still open to the idea, like if people truly want to support you, like
you might be like, you know, I still want to do it because, you know, cosplay's expensive.
Of course,
like, you know, and I could always use the help.
And you want to get paid for what you do. Like, that's everyone's goal.
And the thing is, like, you know, it sucks because, you know, cosplay at the end of the day, I'm spending money on an outfit. Even if I return a lot of them, I still end up. You know, I still end up keeping something or spending a certain amount of money to do something, whatnot. I pay for a con ticket to go to the con. I pay for a photographer, blah, 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 to post a picture, and then maybe get 50 likes. Mm-hmm. And it's like, is it worth it at the end of the day? You know? It's like, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, I do enjoy doing it, but, like, sometimes it's just, like, it's stressful. I get stressed out doing shit.
Yeah.
I like, you know, a lot of shit happens.
Especially with, like, planning group cosplays and all that.
Planning group shit. Especially when Amazon decides to fuck up and I have to wait extra time, and it's like, okay, is this gonna come in time? Mm-hmm. I end up stressing a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just like, yo, was this worth it? You know, was it worth it to do this and then get the pictures back and then post it up and sometimes get less than 30 likes for whatever reason because you posted it the wrong fucking time of day.
Yeah, that too. Like, I remember before the whole like algorithm came up, I used to get like at least 100 views when I used to do the 4-Bar Fridays, because I would always post around like noon-ish, or if not like 11:30, because I remember listening to like this it was either a podcast or like one of those videos of like these people that I follow who are like, hey, people always ask me, how do I, grow more in the social media world and shit. And one of their advice is like, you have to know your audience, like what time they're mostly active. Like, for example, like the general audience, people usually check Instagram when they first wake up or before they go to sleep. Excuse me. So like people would usually try to post within that time frame. So like, let's say the average person wakes up at 10 a.m. If they get on their phone by 10:30, that would be the ideal time that you want to post yourself, because that way people are going to see that shit. That's why when I started doing the 4-Bar Fridays, I used to just post it around like 11 in the morning or like noon exact. And that's when I would get like the most interaction. Like there would be like, I think 60 to 80 likes, or like 40 to 60 most. And I used to like, I was like hyped on that show. Like, yo, word. So that would inspire me, of course, to keep doing it every week. But then like it got to the point where like, I started going to my current school. I had to actually focus on shit. I have to stop fucking around. And I just stopped doing it because I was like, it also felt weird like forcing myself to be creative, because there were those points where like I was like, oh shit, I haven't had a chance to write all week. Let's see what happened. What's something substantial? Oh, I fell in love this week. Here comes a fucking thing about how I feel about this girl. And oh my god, that just reminded me, because the whole Facebook memories thing.
Yeah.
I think I just saved it because I usually get like the 4-Bar Fridays that I post, and I'm like, oh man, this is when I fucking like I know like certain points in my, I don't want to say career, but like in the stepping stones of me getting better as like a musician or rapper or whatever. This is the point where I didn't know how to flow in a rap, or because like even when I showed you that thing that I wrote, it was so fucking wordy that it jumbled up, but then I would somehow figure out a way to recover. Like when I first started writing for my friends, they were all fucking jumbled. Like, it would be like, yeah, I'm going to do a rap thing, and then I'm going to try to cover it up with a faster flow, but then come back to the and it's like, it did not sound good, but I thought that it was cool at the time. And, unrelated to that, let's see. Oh, there are two things I wanted to show. It was this fucking post about a tree. So look at that tree. And then the post is like, this tree is completely hollow, but very much alive. Wow. And then underneath is, me too, bitch, you ain't special. And I'm just like, fucking same. I don't know if I have it on here. Is it in my downloads? Shit, where is it?
Come on, give me the fucking thing. I want it.
I can't find it.
It's because you're not being nice to it.
I don't know what the fuck that sound was.
You gotta show love, Walter.
Oh, I think it's saved within the app itself. Alright, fuck it. I'll just go back to Facebook and just get it myself. People are still posting in the Anime Next group thingy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Where is it? Because you remember I used to do like this voice of a certain character so much. Do you remember which character? I don't know. There's so many that it's kind of hard to choose.
Yeah, it really is.
But it was. Shut the fuck up, me. It was when I was trying to do this fucking rap contest, and I for some reason loved doing the Yoda voice.
Okay.
And I was previewing. I think I lost the other two now, but I would just listen to the thing, and I started freestyling as Yoda, and this is what was, I think, 2 years ago. This was me.
Yoda flow has son.
I say as like I'd never watched a fucking Star Wars movie. But, like, I remember there was like a sad instrumental, and I was like, I remember jumping over obstacles, and like I was like doing like this weird sad flow, like as Yoda. But I also like looking at those old videos because like it shows like the progress. Yeah. Like even now with like the way that I edited that video that I uploaded today, like I literally just finished editing it yesterday, which reminds me, I don't know if you saw my Snap story, but literally as I was finishing, I finished editing it and was like exporting it. I go on YouTube and I follow Genius, the lyric website. Yeah. Like they also do videos and they do breakdown videos themselves with the actual people who made the beat. Okay. So the song that I did by J Balvin, it's originally by Michael Brun, who had it in like an original French language. It was because he's a Haitian producer. So he was like, hey, I was inspired by this guitar lick that I wrote, and then there's also like this type of subgenre of music that originates from Haiti, so I incorporated that into like the song, which I was like looking at, I was like, wow, this is completely different from what I fucking did. God damn it, why isn't like posted the day before that I post my video? Shit. Go watch the video, please. But yeah, it's mostly like seeing yourself like evolve like artistically, not even just me, like even you, like with your cosplays, like you, even though you've reused like a lot of your old props, you still like are practical with your shit, and then you try to like make do with whatever you have at your hand, like at your disposal. And like
there's a lot of old shit that I had, like my old Captain Boom, like there's a lot of old ones that I want to redo because I look back and I'm like, yo, this is trash, or this is before I discovered cosplay photographers. This is before I discovered photographers in general. Like,
or like when people actually put a lot of detail and hard work. Like, what's it called? I remember there was I don't know. It was I think the second day of Anime Next, and there was this one girl who was like dressed as like I forget the name of the creature, but it's from Pan's Labyrinth.
Okay, yeah,
David Bowie's character. Yeah. I asked her how long.
Pan's Labyrinth isn't.
Hmm?
It's not Pan's Labyrinth.
Is it not? The giant David Bowie creature? No.
Are you talking about the movie where he was the Goblin King?
No.
Okay.
Pan's Labyrinth is
okay, so no, David Bowie was also in Pan's Labyrinth?
Was it David Bowie? Or no, I think I'm confusing it with that. But it was this tall dude who like played that giant like woodland creature. Yeah. I forget what the name of the creature.
I saw that. I saw her cosplay though. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I asked her, I was like, how long did it take you to make this? She was like, it took me like I think 3 or 6 months. I was like, it looks like it fucking did. Because like her shit was like fucking like, you could see the detail of the wood. It was like chiseled and all this shit. I was like, bruh.
That's the difference between like them and me. Like they all do, and like that's awesome. They put a lot of work into it. Me, I'm just like, all right, I have like 8 cosplays I want to do.
I think I have $8.
Let me find like the most cost efficient way to do this, and like a lot of the characters I do, it's just like a lot of them is just like, okay, this looks doable. Like I look at the character, I'm like, okay, I know how I can put this together, and I like the look of it, and I like the character. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times where it's like, I see characters like out of reach, so I'm like, let's not. But
yeah, I mean, I can say that's the same thing with me in music, even though they're completely different fields. But it's like I'll listen to a song and I'm like, how do I emulate this? For example, even though I love rock music, I hate when I try to remake it because like I don't have an actual guitar, I don't know how to play guitar. I only have these virtual ones that sound okay, but they sound robotic, and you can tell that they're not real. And I'm just like. Like when I did Peace Sign from fucking My Hero Academia, like it's cool, but you can tell that they're not real guitars.
Okay.
And that's why like even though like I'm still in the process of finishing school and shit, I want to learn a shit ton of instruments.
Okay.
Like there are a lot of YouTubers that I follow who know a shit ton of instruments. Like you'll see them, like for example, he works for the channel Awesome, Rob Scallon. He knows how to play bass, I think piano, drums, guitar, banjo, fucking all these weird obscure instruments too. Like what the fuck is it called? It's like a weird fucking instrument, but whatever. Regardless, like even didgeridoos. Like he knows how to play like all these fucking instruments, and I'm like, how the fuck do you find time for this shit? I want to do all this. So like, and that too, it's like, for example, like let's say if I'm making an official album that, let's say I need a Spanish guitar for this. I don't want to go pay out a session guitarist because like I want to do shit myself. Because I'm cheap.
Money also plays a big factor into it too. Like, like for example, I'm not sure if you saw the post, but basically there was a guy. I think you might have taken a picture of him. He was a Vaporeon at Animaniacs, and he was like in a blue suit, and he had the.
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, I think I've seen him, but I haven't.
And he basically hit up the group, and he was like, hey, I want to do you know.
Oh,
Reservoir
that post about the where everyone's a specific color and shit. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, cool. Which one do I want to be? It's like, Pat, you already have a red suit. Flareon.
Yeah, because I remember when I went on Facebook and it was like Patrick commented on a post, and I was like, okay, what is that? Oh, I've seen this post. I'm like, dibs on Flareon.
No, at first I was like dibs on Umbreon. So like, okay, dark Pokemon are cool. Then I'm like, okay, but like, what attacks does this Pokemon have? Could I add cool effects to it? Nah, probably not. So let me just make it Flareon. So I already have the red suit, and I can add flame effects later on because I Wurble and whatnot. I have the flame effects on Wurble.
This podcast is brought to you by Wurble.
So you see that? No, we did not sponsor this.
Hashtag not spawn.
So it's like okay, okay. That's literally one of my cosplays for Animaniacs right there. Cheap as hell to do. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then when they announced Jump Force.
Oh God, yeah.
And I was like, okay, I want to do a group. Fuck me for wanting to do a group, but I want to do a group for this at whatchamacallit at
Comic-Con?
Anime NYC.
Oh.
And I was like, this should be super easy because, you know, these are really fucking popular characters.
Yeah.
And, you know, I hit my boy up who did Ryuk. He did Ryuk in the Death Suit. I'm like, yo, I could be light. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, let's go. I was like, okay, again, super cheap. I already have everything I need for light. I just need to buy a Death Note. That's it. I have the shirt. I have a tie. I have my coat.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's it. But then we find out that
He's not playable.
Yo, that shit had us both mad. I shared that. I was like, yo, I'm legit mad. He commented like, yo, what? He's like, that's the only reason I gave a fuck about this game.
That's why when I first saw the trailer, I was like, okay, cool, lights in the game. Fuck is he gonna do? But now it's like, because like when you think of characters, you of course think of like how their movesets are gonna be. So it's like, okay, they're gonna reference maybe this super cool attack that they did for example, Naruto. Oh man, he did the Rasengan. Okay, he's gonna do Rasengan.
That's the giant fox thing, right?
No, that's the little air ball thing that he does. Which I just found out is a fucking air ball. I thought it was just energy. No, it's fucking air. His fucking whatever the shit his nine-tailed shit is. He's like, oh man, he can do that. It's like, oh shit, cool. Goku, Dragon Ball, fucking Kamehameha, fucking Spirit Bomb, Super Saiyan, all this shit. Yeah. Cool. Luffy, I don't know shit about One Piece. He's just rubber boy.
And apparently makes himself super muscular sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, but Gate 2 and all this, whatever the fuck Gate means.
It's anime. There's never a final form. But
I mean, it depends. But then, like, when I was thinking about it, like, okay, what are other possible characters? Bleach, even though no one gives a fuck about Bleach anymore. Of course, My Hero Academia. But then I feel like most of the roster would be the My Hero Academia shit. Unless, like, they're just going to narrow it down to, like, let's say All Might, Deku, Todoroki, Bakugo.
That's about it.
Maybe Tokoyami? If they
again?
The bird dude.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they really want to just include like a lot of the popular characters, then they could introduce maybe villains like Stain.
Stain did not last long. I expected so much more out of Stain. Like everyone was like hyping Stain.
He was more threat. Like he was super.
I was like, my nigga, you lasted one fight scene. It was 3 episodes, but you lasted one fight scene.
Like, well, because he's also the catalyst for like future events in the.
Yeah, I guess.
Because like, what part are you up to? Because like, I know you still haven't caught up.
They just got to summer camp.
Okay, so like. I want to say it's the catalyst for shit that goes on there.
Okay.
So, you're gonna love like a lot of moments from there.
Okay.
Like they just showed one of the biggest fights recently in like the
Yeah, everyone's hyping like the last episode.
Yeah.
Everyone was hyping that shit. Like, this last episode of My Hero. Like, what's up? Like.
Yeah, and like I just looked at the English dub and like I was skimming through it because I just wanted to see it. And like I felt awkward because I was at school and like never watch anime at school. no matter if it's like one that people watch and shit. Because like I'm just like listening through my headphones and it's Christopher like Sabat doing All Might, who if you don't know also does Vegeta.
Okay.
So like I hear inklings of Vegeta in his voice and I was like. While I hear the emotional shit going on, he's like, yeah, oh, this time I wasted oh, what could I have done? And then like it's just almost like, yeah, and I was like, whoa, fuck. And like a lot of people were saying in the comments, it's like him doing Vegeta and Dragon Ball Z in general prepared him for this moment in the English dub, and I was like, I feel that. And they're like, and there's also a bunch of other comments. Well, this is one of the moments where you can say that the dub is definitely better than the sub. I was like,
dude, the dub is
sub is still better.
I like dubs more. I don't know, I find comedy translates a lot better in the dubs.
Yeah.
There's certain characters like, okay, first off, Frog Bitch voice is annoying as shit in dub. Not gonna lie.
In English dub, I don't think I've heard her voice, but like,
Can we do this thing?
well, it's also because like her voice is like that in the Japanese. Like her voice is really nasally, and
yeah, but like it's less pronounced in the Japanese. It's less annoying in Japanese.
Well, she's also like the token character that has to do the animal thing, where like almost every anime has a fucking character where they either say nyan because they're a cat, or. But her thing, she has to say ribbit.
I think you just heard my exhaustion.
Yeah. And like her thing is she has to say ribbit because she's a fucking frog, and she's just like,
Yeah, we have to do this, kiddo.
which is like ribbit in Japanese, or like whatever.
Ribbit in Japanese, son.
Yeah.
Ribbit in
fucking meow is nyan in fucking Japanese. Why do you think people say nyan?
The fuck?
Because
how do you have animal sounds in different languages?
Oh my god! You know what? Okay, I remember our used to be boss was teasing our other coworker. She's an older woman, and apparently the way dogs bark is goof goof goof. Your reaction.
Son.
He was like, hey, well, check this out. Hey, how does a dog bark in your country? Goof goof goof. Because you know, like. For like example, like when you're showing a young kid like what a dog is, like in Spanish, you'll be like, look, wow wow, because dogs apparently go wow wow in Spanish, or like, you know, a cat goes meow, it's like meow 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 or whatever the fuck, just to introduce the kids this is a fucking dog or whatever. Like, you know, and then English is like, hey, bark, bork, wolf, oh.
No, in English it's you did me a frighten. Bork.
Bork. And so, yeah, that's when, like, when it comes to the comparison sub and dub, that's why I really like voice acting. Because I want to see the behind-the-scenes shit towards that, and, like, I'm just like...
Okay, for example, Death Note. The dub, Ryuk sounds so much better in the dub.
Well, yeah, I can agree with that. Because, like, what I like about the sub is that he sounds older. Because he's a fucking death god, so he has to be centuries old. So, and of course his cackling fits him as a character. But also, like, having Ryuk sound, like, younger, but like, just still as a cackling little fucking shit. Like, I love his English voice. He's like,
Hey, Light, are we gonna fucking, like, go somewhere?
like, no, but here's a fucking apple, bitch.
Oh, fucking apples!
Wait, yeah, have you watched, I feel like I've asked you this before. Have you watched Soul Eater?
No.
Okay, was the character Lord Death? He's like literally the personification of death.
Death the Kid?
No, he's Death the Kid's father.
Okay.
Yeah, Lord Death, personification of death. His voice in the Japanese dub is, but like in the English dub, he is hilarious. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, hello everyone, how is everyone doing? Hi.
Wait, is he the little white dude?
No.
Or is that Excalibur?
That's Excalibur.
Okay.
Excalibur. Yeah, I love fucking Excalibur. It's like Death Chop. Like his voice is fucking hilarious. Like, and I listen to him in Japanese. It's like it's not as funny. Mm-hmm. But his voice in English dub is fucking. Especially because like this is like literally the personification of death.
Yeah.
And he has this like, hi everyone, how's everything going? Oh.
He's just this dork.
Like I'll play a little bit for you after this, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good point to wrap it up. We leave it at death.
It's okay, I've cosplayed death a few times.
Yeah, and I've taken pictures of it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Which death?
Doesn't Anansi technically count?
No.
No?
No.
Or is he just a trickster?
Anansi has nothing to do with death.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a trickster.
I was wrong.
God of stories. Dude.
God of stories?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Get the fuck out. Okay. Oh, damn it! You only went 4 episodes without me. Cut it off now. Just cut it off now.
Oh. You didn't even give your fucking social media.
SoundCloud.
Facebook and Instagram. and wait, is this the debut episode of Two Artists, One Mic?
I guess. You want to start calling 2 artists?
I don't fucking know. I feel bad.
Do it, son. Do it.
You can find me anywhere on fucking almost anywhere on Pink Carpets, if not Pink Carpets Music. I have a new video up, and it'll be also in the description because I need views, please. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.